Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match reaction for Southampton 1, Manchester City 4 in the Premier League. So make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well, and let's jump into it. So going into this one, we were on great form, of course. We beat Liverpool 4-1 last weekend, and before that we'd won 5 on the bounce. We'd kept clean sheets. We've been scoring 6 and 7 goals in games. We're flying at the moment, and I said in the match preview, we've hit form at exactly the right time. That being said, who did Pep play in this one? Well, he pretty much went the same Liverpool 11. You can't really complain about it. You can't argue against it. You know, Alvarez on the right, Grealish on the left, Haaland ahead of them up front. Midfield was Gundogan, De Bruyne and Rodri. At the back, it was Stones, Ake, Diaz and Akanji with Ederson in goal. And the game started and you're thinking to yourself, okay, so Southampton's plan is to sit back, is to contain us, you know, sit quite narrow and just try and hit us on the break where they can. Keep it 0-0 as long as possible and try and nick a goal in the second half. That being said, the first 5 minutes went exactly like that. City had all the possession. I think we were up to something like 91%, but we weren't creating much with it. We're creating an odd half opening, but not really many chances. And arguably in the first half, the best chances were coming from Southampton. Those long balls over the top, they're running onto a couple of times. They were almost one-on-one with Ederson. Some wonderful defending from Ake. You know, kept Southampton at bay at one point from a really poor corner from Alvarez to De Bruyne. And a great tackle from Diaz. And a great interception from Diaz as well. Some desperate defending going on there. And Southampton definitely, if they'd kept their composure a little bit and they had a little bit more quality up front, and they might have had a couple of extra chances. There was another glorious chance at the end of the half where they were on the left-hand side, and instead of just shooting a goal, he's kind of like crossed it, shot it, torn between two minds, and it just goes wide of the goal. And, you know, like I said, that was kind of Southampton's first half. They had some nice half chances. They played really well. They defended really well. But unfortunately for them, they went in 1-0 down, and it was a little bit cruel, but the goal was fantastic, really well worked. Went on to the left-hand side to De Bruyne, cross comes in, and the perfect ball in, edge of the 6-yard box, in between defence and goalkeeper. And Haaland, after missing a header a little bit before that, wasn't missing this one. And he put it in the net. And it was a really good goal when you think about it. And when you look at it as well, you know, we were playing well. We were creating half chances. But we weren't playing that zip. We weren't playing with a little bit more aggression like we were doing against Liverpool. The energy levels just weren't quite there. And in the second half, I didn't really want more of the same. Southampton would have gone in and said more of the same. But as a City fan, I didn't want more of the same. I wanted City to pick up the pace a little bit. I wanted them to go through the gears. Unfortunately for us, we got off to a great start. That's exactly what we did. We kept hold of the ball again. We found our feet, we found our passing, and we just took the game away from Southampton. Another goal for Haaland, a great goal by Grealish, who's banging form at the moment, and a goal by Alvarez with the penalty towards the end. And look, at the end, Southampton ran out of energy. We took the game away from them, and when their heads dropped, the pressing stopped, and they just kind of lost it a little bit. And if we wanted more goals, I think we could have got 2 or 3 more, but we settled for 4. Like I said, the only disappointing thing was that we let a clean sheet go, which is disappointing. I'm not going to blame Ederson for it either, because the guy took it well to be faced, smashed it past him, back from where Ederson was coming from. I don't think any keeper saves it. But there were some big performances today. And when you say the team's in form, we are. You look at Grealish, he's picking up at the right time. One of the arguments against Grealish is that he doesn't score enough. He doesn't get enough assists. Well, he's doing it in the last couple of games. He's scoring, he's getting assists. He does still need to do more, but he is playing well and he is in the right places. He is doing the right things. And he tried so long to try and get a cross into Haaland. He eventually got it for Haaland's second goal, which, by the way, was a wonderful little bicycle kick. Great athleticism from him. I can't get my foot that high. I would have torn a hamstring or my groin or something doing that. But with Grealish in that kind of form, and De Bruyne also, a shout out to De Bruyne, he's fantastic today as well, because he's come back in. He could have had 3 or 4 more assists today. You know, from Bernardo, he should have scored at least 1. And arguably, maybe Grealish should have scored another 1 as well in the first half. The first one that was on target, the Bazunu saved. Look, these players, and Rodri as well. Rodri was banging form today again. He's back to his best. And you can tell that back. Look who Pep took off in the second half, who he substituted off. He took off Ake, massively important to us. He took off Rodri, massively important to us. He took off Stones as well. Clearly, he sees Stones as influential because he's sitting alongside Rodri in that midfield. And today, them two really helped dominate that Southampton midfield. And all of Southampton's chances were going when they were going long over the top. They weren't really playing through us. And that's because Stones is sitting there alongside Rodri. Them two, fantastic partnership. But the back, Diaz, massively important to us as well. An absolute leader today. Like I said, massive interception from him. Massive tackle as well in the first half. I think without Ake and without Diaz, I think Southampton scored in that first half and possibly go in 1 goal or 2 goals down. If it wasn't for them, I think they put in some big performances in the first half. Second half, they weren't very much needed. And look, it's a great performance, isn't it? It's a 4-1 win. It's 3 points. We keep the pressure on Arsenal at the top of the league, which is needed as well because Arsenal go away to Liverpool tomorrow. Huge game for them. Can they drop points? Well, you look how bad Liverpool were against us. You expect more from them from Anfield, and we know how tricky Anfield is. We got beat there earlier on in the season, which I thought was harsh. I don't think we deserve to get beat. So if Arsenal do drop points, it means we're 5 points behind them, and we're playing them very, very soon because you look at the game next weekend, it's against Leicester. You'd expect us to win that, particularly at the Etihad. Some big games coming up, some big moments coming up, and, you know, goal difference could play a part as well, which is why the clean sheet, losing that is disappointing. Great result. Man of the match today for me was Grealish. I could have given it to Kev because I thought he had a fantastic second half. And as I said, I think Kevin could have had 2 or 3 more assists if the players were a little bit more at it. But Grealish can't look past him. He was fantastic. Another great performance from him. I'd argue I was going to give him a 9, but I think I'm going to give him a 10 in the player ratings because why not? He's player of the match, isn't he? So thanks for watching. As always, thanks for checking it out. Thanks everyone who joined on the watch along. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. It is Bayern Munich up next on Tuesday. We will be doing a watch along for that, so keep an eye out. Yeah, hope you enjoy your Easter weekend. It's been a good one, hasn't it? It's been a great day of football. Can't wait to watch match of the day and keep an eye out on the player ratings for this match coming right up. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.